Zdravo.
Let's dive into a special case that bothers a lot of my students. First, let's see and start with the examples. For example, if I say dao sam cvet lepoj devojci, do you understand this sentence? Like, do you understand what we are talking about? I gave a flower to the beautiful girl. Romantic, isn't it? Especially now in springs when we have a lot of flowers. Or if you are living far away from your friends, you can say pišem mail prijatelju or pišem poruku prijatelju. No one is writing letters anymore, so we can say pišem pismo prijatelju. But if you do, feel free to use this sentence and practice this case. So now, after all of those examples, do you know about which case do we talk about? Write in the comments down below all the wrong answers. Anyhow, yes, we do talk about dative case. And that case is pretty much interesting because it's difficult for some reason which I don't really understand. But anyhow, we will cover it now. First of all, I want to say that there is one really good thing about dative, and you already know the form. If you know locative, you will be able to understand dative in no time because you know the endings already. What you don't know is how do we use that. And first we will start with two most important prepositions that would go with this case, and those two would be ka ili prema, which will be like towards to. Idem ka kući or idem prema kući. I'm going towards to the home in both cases. Idem ka kući, idem prema kući. If we talk about that, it means that basically we will say that the action that we are doing, technically, the object that we want to dedicate to someone or to give to someone will go towards to someone most of the time, or something. And that's the reason why we use dative. Basically, we will have an action like dati, to give, explain, objasniti, reći, to tell, show, pokazati, ponuditi, to offer. And all of those verbs would go with dative. If I say, for example, reći, to tell, rekla sam, I told, rekla sam istinu, I told the truth, rekla sam istinu prijatelju, I told the truth to my friend. Or for example, ponuditi, to offer help especially, ponudila sam pomoć Milici. And then we have ponuditi, pomoć, which will be like accusative, direct object, but to whom would be dative. Ponudila sam pomoć Milici. I offered help to Milica. Or for example, dati poklon Ani, to give a gift to Anna. In that context, we do use dative, and there is one really tricky part which exists in many Romance languages, like for example French, Italian, Spanish, and it is called direct and indirect object, especially if we talk about pronouns in all of those languages. But the idea behind that is that direct object would be, for example, if we have pišem mail, that would be direct object, and to whom would be, for example, Miloš, Milošu, would be indirect object. Pišem pismo Milošu. Pišem pismo Milošu. Whenever we want to say what, that would be direct object, that would be accusative. And whenever we want to say to whom, that would be indirect object. That's it. That's just how Serbian is made. Maybe it will be more visible if we talk about pronouns, but for now we will just keep it simple in this video. We will have a separate video about pronouns that we will use and the verbs that we will use when we talk about dative case. And if you have any additional questions about this case, please let me know, write in the comments down below. And if you want to learn with us, check our website for our prices and types of lessons. Vidimo se! Ciao!